First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And a good return is going to be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Their own 29-yard line. Play fake. Here's Love. Open man is Duvernay. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down to the 30. A big play there on the first play of the game. 41 yards. First and 10 at the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Second and 8 at the 28-yard line. Run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Love from the gun. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Third down. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. At their own 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. On second down, here's Henry. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Now Stafford. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12.
And it's third down.
Fake it. Now Stafford sliding out of the pocket. That's Shepard. They'll get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for fourth down. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. To throw again. Love. Eluding, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Working out of the gun. Love. It's intercepted. Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Down carry for Henry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3.
Down by Paul Holcomb. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Derrick Henry. Powers through it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, While at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. 2nd and 5 now. Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And a 49er first down.
Taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Now the try here for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Niners 7, Lions 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally different effect. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing. Love. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
3rd and long for Love. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 49ers' 43-yard line.
2nd and 11. Love now. They'll roll him out right. Striking the football, and he's going to come down with it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. That one good for 26 and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Charles rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a big run that time by Henry, given 42 yards on the ground. On first down, Stafford here. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, snip it out, and finish it off.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, here's Stafford. That would be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
Tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9. They snap it to Stafford. Rolling to his right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Lions will take over. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound. So another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Ball carrier. The tackle made by Jesse Bates.
Back to throw. Stafford. Dancing to his left. And incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, but frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Niners on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and 4. Broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
First down, 49ers.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Ball carrier. Marlon Humphrey on the tackle.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
At the 46-yard line.
A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in the second week of the regular season. Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, 49ers. Stephon Diggs. 54 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Well, we're used to seeing big plays from him in the passing game. That'll obviously go as a rushing touchdown, and what a rushing touchdown it was.
And you got to think to yourself that this coaching staff has looked at his playmaking ability and said to themselves, why are we just going to throw it to him? Let's double his touches and make him a big part of the run game. That big playability that was at the forefront on that one.
A short kick taken at the 18.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. The head coach handling it, the offensive coordinator. Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, that your fun? All right, throw it out the window. Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Those passes intercepted for the third time today. Picked off near the 42. There he goes left side. And turns pick 6 for the 49D as they score a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
An extra point forthcoming. And it's 21-3.
Makes the score Niners 21, Lions 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fields this way up to the 17. And down a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Right? Good field position means go ahead and attack that offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They should be better with the football on this possession.
That didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. They'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Big play there just before halftime, and even 50 yards. Flushed out right to the goal line, but it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks. Like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Love fires up quickly outside. They'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From 4 yards out. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week. Another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early. Great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Stafford now to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And he fires one that's intercepted. Attempts returning plays and get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
A 62-yard attempt.
Halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. Taken in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. Stafford. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. And a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. They go play action here on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there at forces it incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And he's got some space here. And he will score. Touchdown. Able to get this back within a touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And he'll get in for the 2 points. So they'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
They're on 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Again, it's him.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
It's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Now Love. That is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think we could all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Love. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Gay is on for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Lions 25, 49ers 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go. Red light means stop. Looks like you have green on that play.
Well, nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
He was tackled in
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
And the 49ers first down.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Henry's got it down the left side. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and it'll fall incomplete.
That's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Looking right side, and he's got a man. It's Shepard. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Stafford looks to throw again. Catch made by Slayton. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line. Knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
And they have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. From the gun, Love. Leading the pressure right. Yeah, he's going to keep it here. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So a decent game. For now.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They run out of the gun with Swift. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Operating from the gun. Love. He's got Burton here. They will eventually get him down, but he's inside executed 22-yard gain.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends.
Trying to get in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Josiah DeGroa taking it in. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Lions 32. 49ers 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try to get a rhythm established again, and try to get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Stafford.
A quick throw to the clock by Diggs.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
20-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Now Stafford. He can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Rivera and Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. Chalk that up as their first sack. And
Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted.
Picked off at the 11. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Take over.
Well, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, Swift.
He's got a 1st down past the 30. Right to the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
They'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Second and 11 now.
Love from the gun. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the gun. Love. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Another 41-yard line.
Back to the running game, Swift. Will fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do with this one.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, the offense just doesn't have the confidence. If they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
First down, 49ers.
On first down, it's Stafford. Throw left side complete. It's Henry. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll buy some time running. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Stafford on 3rd down. And he's able to find Diggs.
Stafford's pass.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the 49ers first down.
Flush to his right. Going for a right side here. Complete. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he stopped immediately there. Another gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. To the air again, Stafford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. He'll take this across midfield and down. Wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Love looking to throw it. A week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. From the gun, Love. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he goes down, but not before getting his inside the 25. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. On first down, Swift. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. It's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But